Bhansali Productions and Sanjay Leela Bhansali presents Bajirao Mastani. Namaste, I am Grishma and I welcome you to the Indie Cineglitz channel. The movie begins in the year 1720 in the royal court of Chhatrapati Shahuji Maharaj, where the process of appointing a new Peshwa of the Maratha Empire is underway. But before proceeding further, it is necessary to know the history of the Maratha Empire. The Marathas were the Marathi-speaking warriors from the western Deccan Plateau region, now known as Maharashtra in India. In the 17th century, when the Mughal Empire was spreading across India, there was someone who was determined to establish a Hindvi Swarajya, that is, a self-governing empire of Hindus. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was the founder and first king of the Maratha Empire. After him, his descendants carried on the legacy of the empire. A Peshwa was a very important post in the Maratha Empire who acted as an administrator and advisor to the king. And in the court of Shahuji Maharaj, the grandson of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, the process of appointing a Peshwa is underway. Ambaji Pant then nominates 20-year-old Bajirao Ballar, who proves his worthiness to become the Peshwa of the Maratha Empire with his sharp intellect and martial arts skills. Shahuji Maharaj declares Bajirao as the 7th Peshwa of the Maratha Empire. Peshwa Bajirao was welcomed with great fanfare in his hometown. There are tears of joy in the eyes of his widowed mother Radhabai and wife Kashibai. Everyone is celebrating the appointment of the new Peshwa. Within a few years of becoming Peshwa, Bajirao further expanded the Maratha Empire in North and South India. He was not only a skilled warrior but also a visionary general who knew the strategy of war and every way to win it. And that's why he never lost a single battle in his life. He remained invincible till his death. While Bajirao was expanding the empire, a 7-storied palace named Shaniwar Wada was being built in Pune under the supervision of his brother Chimaji. And after a long time, Bajirao is coming soon from his campaign to Shaniwar Wada for the first time. Therefore, preparations are being made to welcome him to the palace. Meanwhile, Kashi's childhood friend Bhanu comes to meet her. Kashi is shocked to see her as a widow. Bhanu then accuses Peshwa of killing her husband in the false crime of espionage. But Kashi defends her husband and says that Peshwa can never do injustice to anyone. On this, Bhanu curses Kashi that she too will yearn one day to catch a glimpse of her husband like her. Away from home, Bajirao is planning his next battle with Ambaji. Just then, a soldier arrives and informs them that a messenger has arrived from Bundelkhand and is seeking Bajirao's help to fight the Mughals who are besieging their city. But despite being refused, the messenger forces his way there and single-handedly fights off several soldiers. Bajirao disarms him and makes him surrender. Only then he realizes that the messenger is a woman. She reveals her name as Mastani and tells that Peshwa is their only hope, or else the Mughals will destroy their kingdom. Bajirao is impressed by her bravery and courage and agrees to help. The battle starts as soon as they reach there. Bajirao kills the leader of the Mughal and ensures the victory of Bundelkhand. But during the battle, Mastani accidentally gets injured by Bajirao. He then rushes and takes her to the palace. There he learns that Mastani is the daughter of the king of Bundelkhand, who is not only a skilled warrior but also a skilled dancer. Before leaving, Bajirao gifts his dagger to the injured Mastani, who is unaware of the Bundelkhandi custom that giving a dagger to a woman signifies marriage. Mastani is now madly in love with Bajirao and, as per the custom, considers herself to be Bajirao's wife. Her mother is displeased with her decision, but Mastani decides to go to Pune regardless of the future. On the other hand, Bajirao arrives at Shaniwar Wada, his home in Pune. The whole city turned out to welcome their Peshwa. Bajirao's family is overjoyed by his arrival. After a few days, jewels and gems from Bundelkhand reach Shaniwar Wada as a token of help along with Mastani. She tells Bajirao's mother Radhabai and brother Chimaji that Bajirao is her husband as per the custom. But Radhabai refuses this diplomatic marriage and orders her to be kept on the outskirts of Pune till she returns home. Also, her arrival is kept a secret from Bajirao. Chimaji gives Bajirao a short tour of Shaniwar Wada and demonstrates the technique of projecting Bajirao's image in a mirror that leads directly from the court to Kashi's room. Meanwhile, celebrations are held at Shaniwarwada in honor of Bajirao, in which Mastani also gives her best dance performance. Bajirao is surprised to see Mastani there and orders the best hospitality for her. Annoyed by this, Radhabai appoints Mastani as a dancer and orders her to dance in the court of Shahuji Maharaj in Satara. Meanwhile, Bajirao leaves for Satara to meet Shahuji Maharaj. Maharaj gives a sword to him. Bajirao then asks him to attack Mughal-dominated Delhi. But the king's representative opposes this plan and advises to pacify the Nizam of the south first, to which Maharaj agrees and orders Bajirao to head south first after the evening's dance party. Bajirao is shocked to see Mastani as a dancer at the dance party. He tells the king that Mastani is not a dancer but the daughter of the king of Bundelkhand who saved his life in the battle. The king thanks Mastani for saving Bajirao's life and orders her to ask for anything in return. Mastani then demands the Peshwa and professes her love for him in the court. The king praises her courage but asks her to leave. Seeing Mastani's love and devotion towards him, Bajirao confronts her and tells her that her persistence will only bring her disgrace, as society will never accept their relationship and Kashi and his children will be his priority. He further says that he will accept her only if she agrees to these conditions, to which Mastani agrees. After a few days, Bajirao goes to meet the Nizam as per the order of the king. With his cleverness, he compels the Nizam to remain silent when the Marathas attack Delhi and to return all the fief to King Shahuji Maharaj. In Pune, Shaniwarwada celebrates the two joyous events, victory over the Nizam and Kashibai's pregnancy. But Bajirao goes directly from the south to meet Mastani, where she tells him that she is pregnant. Just then, a soldier comes to Bajirao with Radhabai's order that Mastani has to dance in the celebration at Shaniwarwada. Bajirao then sends him back to the palace with a message that Mastani will never dance again. But since no one approves of his relationship with Mastani, Bajirao faces opposition from outside as well as from his own family. He tries to tell Kashi about Mastani but is reluctant to hurt her. Kashi knows the truth but still refuses to believe it. Bajirao then sends a letter to Mastani that he will not come to her until he tells Kashi the truth she deserves, but the letter never reaches Mastani as Chimaji burns it down. Due to which, Mastani doesn't get any news of Bajirao for many days. She gets worried and immediately goes to Shaniwarwada to see him. She somehow reaches the court and waits for Bajirao there. On getting the news, Bajirao goes to the court to meet her, but Radhabai sees them and at the same time, Kashi also sees Bajirao and Mastani's reflection in her room, which breaks her heart. A few days later, both Kashibai and Mastani give birth to sons of Bajirao. At the naming ceremony of Kashibai's son, Mastani brings a gift for him. Chimaji tries to insult her, but Mastani foils his attempt and blesses Kashi's son and leaves. Bajirao wants to do the naming ceremony of Mastani's son as well, but the orthodox religious group of Brahmins in Pune resent and condemns the Peshwa's inter-religious relation. Because of which, Bajirao names his son Shamsher Bahadur according to his mother's religion of Islam. Things take a turn for the worse when Bajirao declares Mastani and her descendants as fiefdom of a province. This enrages Chimaji and he asks him not to do so, but Bajirao is not ready to listen to anyone anymore and even tries to hurt Chimaji for insulting Mastani. Bajirao also wants to bring Mastani to Shaniwarwada, where only Kashi welcomes them, who says she is only fulfilling her duty of being the wife of the Peshwa. Meanwhile, Bajirao's eldest son, Baraji Bajirao Bhatt, referred as Nana Sahib, who is under training at Shahuji Maharaj's court in Satara, returns to Pune after a long time away. He is not happy with his father's relationship with Mastani and is enraged seeing his mother's grief and suffering caused by him. One day, Kashi learns that Mastani is about to be fatally attacked, but keeping her grief aside, she immediately informs Bajirao, who rushes to rescue Mastani. But Krishnaji Bhatt, the mastermind of this attack, is saved by Radhabai and Chimaji, due to which Bajirao is furious. He summons both his mother and brother and demands an explanation. Radhabai then states that his relationship with Mastani is against their religion and that adulteration of other religions in the Peshwa dynasty is not acceptable, especially the Mughals. To which Bajirao replies that his war is with the Mughals, not with their religion, and declares that he will remain as Peshwa only if they accept Mastani or will abdicate. But Radhabai refuses to accept Mastani, so Bajirao relinquishes the post of Peshwa. Meanwhile, Kashi meets Mastani one day and expresses her anger. But she is aware of Bajirao's undying love for Mastani and tries to reconcile with her husband's feelings as she too loves him dearly. Mastani replies that even though she has come into their lives, Bajirao's love and respect for Kashi have grown even more and tells her that Kashi's love gives him the strength to fight through all the difficulties. Kashi then gifts her a sari and invites her to Mangala Gauri's festival. On the other hand, Ambaji informs that the Nizam will attack Pune soon, to which they will have to respond. But Bajirao says that since he is no longer the Peshwa, he cannot lead the war. Ambaji then reminds him of his duty towards his land and people. He asks him to put aside his problems and take up the sword for the honor of the Maratha Empire. On which Bajirao agrees to lead the war and comes to see Kashi before leaving. But Kashi, hurt by her husband, asks him not to see her anymore to free him from his complicated relationship dilemma, which leaves Bajirao heartbroken. He then goes to see Mastani. She gives him his sword and bids him farewell. As soon as Bajirao leaves, Nana Sahib imprisons Mastani. He asks her to leave Pune forever and forget Peshwa, to which Mastani refuses. In the war, Bajirao wins the battle but gets seriously injured. He is now bedridden. His condition does not improve even after the arrival of Radhabai and Kashi. Kashi then demands Radhabai to give the order to free Mastani and bring her to Bajirao, stating that history shouldn't remember him as a warrior who was invincible on the battlefield but lost the battle at home. But Nana Sahib burns that order later and does not release Mastani. Bajirao's health deteriorates while waiting for Mastani. He begins to hallucinate and sees that the Mughals have invaded the Maratha Empire. He takes his sword and runs to fight them but is unable to stop them. His condition worsens and he takes his last breath while defending his homeland. On the other hand, Mastani senses Bajirao's death and she also leaves this world along with him in captivity. And the movie ends. So this was our favorite movie of the day. If you want to know the glorious history of India as well as enjoy its rich culture and traditional music and dance performances, I would definitely recommend you to watch this movie. Do tell us your opinion in the comment section and don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel. Take care.